Hari Om. Let's start with a prayer. Om Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Chanora Mardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Tvameva Mata Cha Pitattvameva Tvameva Bandhusya Sakattvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravidam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Namadeva Deva Tvameva Sarvam Gurudeva Deva. Hari Om. We are doing the question and answer sessions, and the question that was asked is, what is existence? It's a very interesting question, because the existence itself cannot be really defined. We say that something exists, we can say, an object exists, I exist, you exist. So we always, with reference to an object, that it exists. So existence is expressed as though every object in the whole universe. Now the question is, what is existence, or where is existence in the object? So if I say, yeah, this cup exists, because how do you know that it exists? Because I can see. Because I cannot see if it is non-existent, so existence has to be proved by seeing it or perception, so on and so forth. That will come back again. But the existence is there in the object, as though that this object is the expression of existence. And where is the existence in this cup? Is it inside the cup or outside the cup or every part of the cup? So every part exists, inside exists, outside exists. So existence is not a part of the object, and it's not a product of the object, and it is everywhere in the object, and in fact it lends existence to the object. Without the existence, then the object itself cannot exist. So I say object is, otherwise object is not. So the existence itself supports the existence of every object in the whole universe. Now we ask, where exactly is this existence? Is it only the cup? Because when we say cup exists, it's not a property of the cup. How outside about the outside of the cup? Does it exist? That outside exists because there is a space there, space exists. So where is the existence of the cup is different from existence outside the cup? I cannot find any difference in the existence. I can only differentiate between the object. That space is one object compared to the object of the cup. My hand is a different object, and the cup is a different object, and the space is object also that I can see. It exists. Now, where is that existence that cannot exist? Is there a place where existence cannot exist? Space itself exists. And where is a space? If there is a space where space is not there, if there is a space, then that means space is there also. So, by definition, space is infinite. Number two, space exists, therefore existence is also infinite. In fact, even the space, the existence of the space lends existence to the space itself. And existence, which gives you existence or existence. If there is some other object to give existence, then the other object already exists. So existence cannot have na udeti, na astameti, neither it can have a beginning nor an end. That's property of if at all property, that itself is the nature of the existence itself. It's not a part, it's not a product of any property. Even if the property is destroyed, existence is still there. So every object, you say object cannot be destroyed, but if you say not object cannot be destroyed, matter cannot be destroyed. And that's what our law of conservation is. Law of conservation of mass and also energy. Now Einstein related mass and energy are also related. So either you say conservation of mass or conservation of energy, it becomes the same. But the existence is conserved even before the existence of a matter itself. And that's what Krishna declares as a law of conservation. In the Bhagavad Gita, in the first chapter, in the second chapter, the sloka 16, Krishna establishes the absolute law of conservation. It says, Nasato vijjati bhavo, na bhavo vijjati sataha. It means non-existence cannot come into existence, and existence cannot cease to exist. That means existence is eternally present. And it expresses itself as objects that we can see, because existence we cannot see, because being infinite, it is imperceptible. But it's there because it expresses itself in different objects. So every object itself exists when you say that it is lending existence to the object. And some philosophers claim that existence, that Sat, Chit, Ananda, they are attributes of Brahman. Attributes are the qualities of Brahman. So if existence is a quality, then the locus of existence must be different from existence. And that's our law. Because if cup exists, if cup is white, whiteness is different from cupness. That's what it means. So there are two things obviously. One is the locus, another is the locus, the source. And if the existence is a property, property belongs to an object. Property cannot stay by itself, and therefore it has to have a locus, a blue lotus. So blueness exists in a lotus. Blueness cannot exist outside without an object. So therefore every object must have the existence, but existence is not a property, because if existence is a property, the locus of existence must be different from existence, and only thing that is different from existence is non-existence. And you say non-existence is the existence a property of non-existence. It's a logical contradiction. So existence cannot be a property, and it is a eternal, and therefore it is also the imperceptible, and exists both. All the objects, both subtle and gross, exist because of the existence. Subtle is my mind. Mind is. Is means mind exists. Thought is. Thought exists. The room is. Room exists. Cup is. Cup exists. Everything is an expression of existence, and scripture says existence alone was there before creation. So everything comes from the existence. Existence can never cease to exist, and only existence expresses itself in the varieties of names and forms. This is what existence is, what essentially is described in the Upanishads also. With that we stop. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Visishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.